Hello everyone, welcome to my High Celebrities news channel. The story for today is Motsi Mabuse has updated concerned fans on the welfare of her husband's parents, who she announced on Thursday were stranded in Ukraine after Russia's invasion. The Strictly Come Dancing judge, 40, wrote on Twitter she and her Ukrainian husband Evgenij Vozniak were in contact with her in-laws but there is nothing they can do. The Ukrainian civilian death toll hit 219 on Saturday, as defiant President Volodymyr Zelensky pledged to destroy the occupiers, saying his country's army had successfully repelled Russian forces advancing on Kyiv. And amidst the latest developments, Motsi's Saturday afternoon update read, "We are contact with them. They spend more than half the day yesterday in the bunkers. In Kharkiv there are heavy battles so we can't get to them. At the moment there is nothing we can do. We did try to get them earlier in Germany." On Instagram later in the day, the South African German dancer shared a harrowing image of her mother-in-law in the bunker. "My mother last few days, they have spent most of their time in the basement. It is winter cold, no heating. They tried to buy food but were not capable to get anything. We are in contact every few hours. They will sleep there tonight," she explained. In another impassioned post shared to her story, Motsi wrote, "The question why didn't they leave earlier is not relevant and innocent children people are suffering for what? They have built their homes, their lives. They have to build and again it's being destroyed for what? Is this what peace looks like? Is this your Putin bring peace?" She continued on a still poignant note, "Every night we sleep not knowing what the news will be the next day. But to receive a call at 5 o'clock hearing a mother cry filled with fear telling us she loves us is nothing I wish upon anyone. Thank you to all who have taken time to write. I am trying to not make this about me. I am in conflict as to how much I will open my private life, but I know many Ukrainian people and it's personal. It's family." Motsi was inundated with support from her loyal followers. Just one of many messages read, "Hopefully they will be out of this dreadful situation sooner rather than later, prayer emojis." On Thursday, Motsi revealed her husband's parents were unable to reach the Polish border, after Russia invaded Ukraine in the early hours. The Strictly star took to Twitter to say she was heartbroken after she had spoken to her crying mother-in-law who has no possibility of fleeing to Poland. A fearful Motsi wrote, "It's heartbreaking hearing my mother-in-law crying this morning, afraid and there absolutely nothing we can do. Just sad honestly." Motsi added, "Our parents have been told to go outside and to switch off water gas. They have no possibility to get to the Polish border." She had previously tweeted, "This cannot be happening," and asked for prayers for Ukraine and the world. Motsi and Evgenij married in 2017 and share a daughter whose name has never been publicly revealed. Motsi married her first love Timo Kolchak, 42, when she was just 22, but over a decade later the couple called it quits when Motsi realized she wanted to be with her dance partner Evgenij, as she told The Sun, 3 years later whoosh. "And then I was married." Putin personally gave the order to attack Ukraine at around 5 a.m. on Thursday, unleashing a salvo of rocket fire in order to knock out the country's military command structure. And on Saturday, in a video message to the besieged nation, Zelensky accused the Kremlin of attempting to seize the capital, overthrow the government and install a puppet regime like in Donetsk, one of two separatist regions which warmonger Vladimir Putin officially recognized before launching an all-out invasion. Declaring "We broke their idea," he added, "The fights are going on in many cities and areas of our state. But we know that we are protecting the country, the land, the future of our children. Kyiv and key cities around the capital are controlled by our army. Each Ukrainian should keep one thing in mind: if you can stop and destroy the occupiers, do it. Everyone who can come back to Ukraine, come back to defend Ukraine." Meanwhile, a curfew in Kyiv has been imposed until 8 a.m. on Monday to ensure the most effective defense of the city and the safety of its people. A previous daily curfew had run from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Mayor Vitaly Klitschko said, "All civilians on the street during the curfew will be considered members of the enemy's sabotage and reconnaissance groups."
It comes after a high-rise apartment block in Kyiv was hit by a devastating missile this morning,
while Ukraine's civilian death toll hit 198. Britain's Ministry of Defense said the bulk of Russian forces involved in the advance on Kyiv were now 30 kilometers (19 miles) from the city center. Russia has yet to gain control of the airspace over Ukraine, greatly reducing the effectiveness of the Russian Air Force, the Defense Ministry said in an intelligence update posted on Twitter. But Armed Forces Minister James Heappy said today there was no reason to think a happy ending is just around the corner, as he warned the conflict could rumble on for months. He told BBC Breakfast, "Nobody should think that this is anywhere near over. What stands in front of Ukraine, its armed forces and very tragically its people, is days, weeks, months more of what we have seen over that last 48 hours." As Ukrainian forces said they had fought off a Russian attack on their capital today, Zelensky vowed to stay and fight on in an impassioned video to his people. "I am here. We will not lay down any weapons. We will defend our state, because our weapons are our truth," he said outside his office, denouncing as disinformation claims that he had surrendered or fled. Wearing military garb, the president added, "A lot of fake information has appeared on the internet saying that I allegedly called on our army to lay down its arms and that evacuation is underway. Our truth is that this is our land, our country, our children, and we will protect all of this. This is what I wanted to tell you. Glory to Ukraine." Shocking footage showed a missile ripping apart a tower block near Giuliani Airport, while CCTV from inside also shows the extent of the damage after the site was hit. Images show the building with a hole covering at least 5 floors blasted into the side and rubble strewn across the street below. 2 people are reported to have been killed in the strike. Anton Herishchenko also said Russia was lying about not shelling civilian infrastructure, claiming at least 40 such sites had been hit. Ukraine reported later on Saturday 19 people had been killed in shelling in the country's east. That is all for today news. Thank you for watching to my channel. Please be sure to leave your comment and subscribe below for more news.